It's not as easy as you're making out.
It is, Ian. You're making it sound difficult. It's absolutely like you change the system and you say, I'm sorry, the political class in this country has let down the British people so badly that when you were given that, they made huge mistakes. It's put far too much pressure on housing, far too much pressure on services. This whole thing, that is where that is this problem. Just a massive disconnect between the political class and the people of this country, who have never given any consent to this, and there's certainly no mandate for the scale of immigration we're seeing into this country.
So, a caller today went on LBC with Ian Dale and said what millions of us are thinking about the mass immigration in this country. And Ian was left stunned because basically he's saying the people who've already entered, it's fine for them to stay, basically. However, maybe for the new people in the future, we can take a look and think about deporting them. If you could leave a like and subscribe before we get into it, that would mean the absolute world. Let's jump straight into the clip.
Deportations, and that's what this comes down to. It comes down to politicians' failure year after year, term after term, to do anything about immigration, to say we're going to do something about it. I mean, we consistently voted Conservative, we voted for Brexit, and the politicians just seem to turn around, throw it all back in our faces and say, here you go, have record levels of immigration instead.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
And I think the very base of this whole thing, that is where that is this problem. Just a massive disconnect between the political class and the people of this country, who have never given any consent to this, and there's certainly no mandate for the scale of immigration we're seeing into this country.
Well, you are right to the extent that immigration has been incredibly high up until the last 12 months, when it fell to around 200,000. Now, I don't know where...
Still trying to justify 200,000, not that much in a year. 200,000 extra people in this country when we're basically already brimmed sardines. People can't even get houses. The waiting times. You only have to look at all the houses they're building. They've ripped away all the greenery because they're building new houses in all these HMOs. It's absolutely bonkers. There's nothing left. The whole of the UK basically will be just all houses in years to come if it carries on.
You're arguing there should be no immigration to this country, and I completely agree with you that if people who come here illegally, they should be deported. Absolutely right. But you can't go as far as certainly Restore have gone, and indeed Reform have gone, I think, too far on this too, to deport people who are here perfectly legally.
You mean end indefinite leave to remain?
Well, you can do that for future people, but you can't do that for people who've already got it. I mean, that would be outrageous, surely.
Well, you can, yeah, of course you can. I mean, we can do it.
So people who are here perfectly legally, you think should be deported when they're earning money, they are contributing to the economy. You think it would be okay to deport them?
No, what I think the suggestion is that we put them onto visas and say, you have to apply for a visa, and if you don't meet the threshold, then I'm sorry, but the problem is our country has been governed so recklessly. The negligence is shocking. And in our system, no government can bind the hands of a future government, luckily. And we have to have the right to put right things that were wrong.
Well, of course, any government will want to do that. But all I'm saying that from a basic humanity point of view, from a fairness point of view, you can't suddenly tell people who've got a perfect legal right to be here that we're changing the rules now. So you'll have to go. I mean that you cannot do that.
You can, Ian.
Well, you can do that, but is that really the kind of country you want to live in?
Yes, I want to live in a country.
Dear, oh dear.
I want to live in a country. Are you suggesting that we just carry on with this mad destabilization of the United Kingdom?
I am saying that immigration to this country, the legal side of immigration, has to be restricted to what the economy needs. And that's all. I don't believe that people should be allowed to come here if the country doesn't need them. But nor do I believe that we should be offering asylum to every Tom, Dick or Harry who comes over the channel. Anybody that does that, I'm happy to change the system so they can be more easily deported. But it's not as easy as you're making out.
It is, Ian. You're making...
This is the problem, though, isn't it? The same as the politicians. They all go on about it's not as easy as it is to make out. There's a simple factor that we could just close the borders. It can't be that difficult now. It's the simple factor that we need to grow the economy, but we're spending 600 million to France. Remember, we're giving 600 million pounds to France to Stop them coming over in boats. France are cashing the paychecks up, send them over because they don't want them in France, and England won't do nothing, but they're going to pay us. It's a win-win again. We're the most joke of a country. It's a win-win again because England will pay us the 600 million and we can keep sending them over to their country. When they get to their country, our country, England, the migrants then get free hotels, HMOs eventually, phones, money, food. So it's a win-win, isn't it? We're the softest country there is. We're too frightened to do absolutely anything. We'll just keep becoming this laughingstock that we are because they keep saying it's too difficult to sort out. What's going to happen in the years to come? Is it still going to be too difficult when it's overrun? We have absolutely nothing left. How can it be that difficult? The problem is now we need to sort it.
Making it sound difficult. It's absolutely like you change the system and you say, I'm sorry, the political class in this country has let down the British people
100%.
so badly that when you were given that, they made huge mistakes. It's put far too much pressure on housing, far too much pressure on services, massive pressure on community tension.
But you can't take it out on perfectly legal, law-abiding people who are here perfectly legally. That is not, I think, the kind of country that Britain is. Mike, thank you very much.
Let's remember, Ian Dale once did this on an LBC interview as well. He got the facts told straight to him, and he basically banned the caller and basically cut them off for telling him facts. He doesn't like it. Watch this.
All I've had in coming on and answering your questions straightforwardly, as I've been invited on to, is being told that I'm in some way
Same face, by the way.
being rude because I disagree with your previous guest and with you. I'm very surprised.
You can disagree, but you don't accuse fellow guests of misrepresentation, and you don't accuse the host of the programme of what you have done, because if you do, don't expect to be invited back.
But Ian, the comparison that you have just drawn is not a fair comparison, and it is misrepresentative of what these members of Parliament have done.
Okay, you've done it 3 times now. Goodbye.
But the problem is, England might not be the country that he wants it to be, but what type of country really are we? Like I said, we're the most softest laughingstock of a country there is. We are a laughingstock to every other country. They take control of us. We have no control. We have no control, do we? Anyone can enter, get given absolutely everything. We are the biggest laughingstock in this whole world. It is an absolute joke. And unfortunately, life is tough. People have took advantage of what the system that we gave them. And exactly like the caller says, they took advantage of it. Unfortunately, it has to stop. There has to be rules in this country, because when there's no rules, just like there isn't, people can do what they want, come when they want. And they are living a nice life, a very, very nice life, everything given to them, and we have a massive problem. If you could leave a like and subscribe, comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. Have a great day and do stay safe.